So yes, I don't guys on sign the bill no.
I'm challenging Honorable Amin Anta to publish the way he published this document, and I'm daring the finance minister.
My friends will not blackmail me with money. So if we are being told that today, and if you read the president's statement, he says that he is giving the friends of Ghana assurance that he is not going to hasten to assent to a bill, that this sovereign parliament has passed on representing the will of the Ghanaian people.
The president is not in agreement with what parliament have decided because he said he was not there.
We call for the bill not to become law. We urge the Ghanaian government to take steps to ensure that everyone can live free from violence, stigma, and discrimination.
The possibility of the president signing the bill or not signing the bill is 50-50. Yes, in that case, what I mean is say, if Supreme Court concludes that the bill should be passed, that means that is what the president will pen on. Now, no, Sam George is hot on this case because he said he's very disappointed with what the president did.
And I'm daring the finance minister. I'm challenging Honorable Amin Anta to publish the way he published this document. Publish the letter from the IMF and the letter from the World Bank stating that Ghana is at risk of losing any of these funds. I have spoken to sources within the IMF and the World Bank, and they assure me that they have not made any such formal indication to the government of Ghana. Uganda passed a legislation, and in fact, they've referenced Uganda in some of their conversations, that Uganda is facing stiff penalties. On the 6th of March, Ghana's Independence Day, Uganda passed a law last year that punishes LGBTQ with death. Now, this is what the press statement from the IMF says. March 6, 2024, about $120 million US, just on the 6th, last Wednesday, this past Wednesday, Uganda has been disbursed $120 million.
And you said this was on the 6th of March?
6th of March.
I see.
Press IMF website, press release number 24/72. So even Uganda, that has death as the punishment in their bill, is still getting releases under their IMF program. How then will Ghana, that has a 3-year punishment, face a stiff penalty? So you see, the IMF did not say that once the bill is passed, they will withdraw or withhold funding. They said they would conduct an assessment of economic implications of the bill.
Economic and financial
implications. Right. They did same in Uganda. And you know why? Because I've always made the point. The IMF in their statement say diversity and inclusion.
There are values that the IMF embraces.
Good. Now, diversity and inclusion as values mean that you respect and accommodate all shades of opinion.
Indeed.
Be they straight or gay.
Are you considering and respecting the views and opinions of the gay community?
I am not the IMF. That is the IMF. And so that is why the IMF cannot punish Ghana for taking a position as a sovereign state that we are a straight nation.
How far can you...
If we say, let me just land on this point. If we say we are a straight nation, the IMF will work with us as a straight nation. If another country or another entity comes and says they are gay, they will also work with them. But the IMF cannot say that because you are straight, I will not work with you. Then that will mean that the IMF is a part of the gay lobby. And the IMF says they are diversity and inclusion oriented. So diversity means they work with people who are straight, they work with people who are gay. Why? Is it everybody who works at the IMF? From the executive director of the IMF, are they all gay people? No.
Until that means that the president have the authority to either agree or not to agree on matters that the court deliberate on. Right now, the Muslim community is also expressing their point of view, like they are very disappointed of what the president did, like the letter from the office of the president to parliament. Yes, it's just like when you and someone plan something and then the person goes behind your back to stop you. Yes, in this case, that is not what it is. I was thinking, say, maybe once this bill have been decided by parliament, and Nana Akufo-Addo is just going to pen it and then everything is set on. But I was here, it will shock you, say, also on sign it. And then Wambam Bekana Direct, and you received a letter from office of the president, and that indicates, say, Adugai away. In Tisiano, the bill is still pending. Which means that he is stating that the bill is still with Supreme Court, so it is to allow Supreme Court to deliberate on the matter because some individual is known to have sued the anti-LGBTQ bill. Now, Omo party say aban ninja omo kwan na omo nso ntimi ye de omo pese omo ye. Uganda just received $120 million as foreign support. But Ghana no bill like a party and say o engage in gay and now say you promote it, we are going to jail you for 5 years, and then if you practice it you go for jail 10 years. Now that is the bill for Ghana. And then what the IMF considered is that they will review to understand say how the diversity of it financially and economically in the nation, and they will decide as whether they will give us support to the country or not. So some judge were even saying say he is daring the finance minister to give out a press statement which states by the IMF that they should allow Supreme Court to deliberate on the matter, and whatever the conclusion is now because if the president states this, that it means say whatever the court decides no better obey take it on, which means Parliament have concluded that President signed the bill. Yempe gay, yempe trumu. Adoga guy so unsigned. That is what everyone is confused about right now. In Tiziano, let's go further to look at what Sam George was saying practically, and you will know that everyone is very disappointed of the situation. Me in particular, I do not expect that the president would have released this type of letter. No matter how the situation, I like like you gotta take your time now overview the whole situation. You have the power that supersedes everything. You can decide on conclusions as what to be done. In this year, if Supreme Court brings the bill where adjustments have been made, saying like it's not tweetable to the individuals in the country now, into Bejetum, that is not what we are looking at. So we want the president to take concrete decisions. When you look at what the majority of the citizens are saying, they say they don't like the bill, especially Muslims, Christians, and not only that, traditional believers can almost say but Abane say that be which I do not support that. So when you view it at the other perspective, you got to realize that what is happening, there is something hidden under that you and I don't know. Because right now the UN were cautioning the president not to touch that bill. Say like they should allow everyone to live free from what violence. Yes, that's what they are saying. And then when the USA too was deliberating on this case as referring Ghana as whether foreign support there will be some kind of impact in it or not. No, it means say they have because the man was saying said they have engaged. It means that the man was stating that they have engaged the president of Ghana in private conversation about this. So you don't know what that private conversation is here. You and I don't know about that. So what happened now? The president is releasing a press that bill they should allow court to deliberate on it before findings are made. I don't understand why everyone is silent on this case, because the verdict is right. Everyone is not in support of the bill. But when you come to just some few individuals, let's say out of a percentage of 100 in a country, 5% is saying that they want gay, and you are outweighing them over 95% in the country. This is not fair. So some things are there. They should pass that, and then whatever happens, nobody cares about that. The Muslim community have said it, and at their point of view, they are disappointed, and everyone is really disappointed in what the president just did. And then when you view the letter very well, what the Attorney General was they were referring to, and what happened, we were not there. We went for a meeting at Aduyasi, or all these things is not necessary. Because I think the president would have engaged Parliament on the second thought, not discuss what to do about the bill and the impact in economic and finance, because that is what IMF is going to consider after everything. So if a country that has passed the bill and they are giving death as a penalty, now IMF quiet as a support and then you are giving jailing as a penalty, there is no two ways about it. You shouldn't be thinking of other alternatives as well as say you get foreign support or not. Ladies and gentlemen, yes. Yet be see into no oyan subscribe my channel now, but so name me a subscribe button no. Or question be about comment section name vibe like video no being so young, because the state of the country where we are living, we need as youth, young people, to say what is right. In our point of view, we are supposed to tackle the good aspect of it. Anti LGBTQ bill, yes, that is what we're talking about today. So ladies and gentlemen, subscribe, stay tuned, and then like the video. Anything we have next update, we'll give it to you. Filler and Yawa of the day will bring it to you. Joy ideas, it's always the channel. See you next time.